Hello kids, we are learning about the natural resources. In last class, we have finished learning about the soils of India. So in today's class, we will learn about the forests of India. Forest is also one of the natural resources. So in today's class, let us learn about the different forests of India. So in today's class, we will learn the importance of forest, the type of forest where they occur in India, the conservation of forest and wildlife. Children, what comes to your mind when you think of forest? Is tree, right? Is trees, wild animals? No? Do you think forests are useful to us? So let us see how forests are useful to us. Let's see what is a forest. So, a forest is a large area of land which is covered mainly with trees and other small plants. So, forest is the large area of land. So, forest is a large area which is mainly covered with trees and small plants. Not only trees, it is also covered with the small plants also. So these trees are not planted by humans. So these forests are constructed by humans? No. So these trees are not planted by humans but grow naturally in the region. So they are naturally grown in the region. So what is a forest? A forest is a large area of land which is covered with trees and small plants. It is not planted by humans but mainly naturally grown in the region. So they are therefore called the natural vegetation. So why it is called a natural vegetation? Because it is not planted by humans. It is naturally grown in the region. So it is called as a natural vegetation. So it is a forest. So what is forest? A forest is a large area of land which is covered mainly with trees and small plants. So it is not planted by humans or any wild animals. It is grown naturally in the region. So it is called as a natural vegetation. The kinds of trees or other plants that grow in a forest depend on the climate and the soil of the place. So, in last class, you have already learnt about the different kinds of soil of India. So, the tree which is grown in the region is depend on the soils of the place and the climatic condition of that place. Now, let us learn about the importance of forest. So forests are useful to us in many ways. Let us see how the forests are useful. So like soil, forests are also is important natural resources. So like a soil, forest is also an important natural resources on the earth. So some of the important products we get from forest are as follows. So some important products we will get from the forest. Let's see which are the products. The timber, which is mainly used for building houses and making furniture. Timber means the wood, the hard part of a plant, which is the wood we get from the trees, is very useful to build houses and to make furniture. And the soft wood means the wood pulp, which is used to make paper, plywood, pencil and matchsticks. So soft wood is used to make paper, plywood, pencils and matchsticks. So the rubber, gum, cork and the resins which are used to make paint. So rubber and the gum of the tree and the cork. A cork means it is a bark of a cork tree. And the resins. Resins means it is a sticky substance which is produced by certain plants. It is a sticky substance which is produced by a certain plants, resin means. So these resins are used to make paint. So this resin means it is a sticky substance produced by certain plants. Can you see in the picture? Yes, it is a sticky substance which we get from the plant. So this rubber, gum, cork means the bark of a tree, and resins are used to make paint and some varnish. Some bark of the trees and flowers and the fruits of some plants are used to make medicines like eucalyptus, cinchona and tulsi. These are some useful plants to cure some infections and diseases. Forests are not only gives us some products, but they are useful in other ways. Let us see how it is useful. Forests prevent soil erosion and control floods. So in last class you learned that the plants or a tree's root will hold the soil very tight and it will help to control the floods. So the roots of the trees hold the forest soil particles together and it will prevent soil erosion. So the forest prevents soil erosions and control floods. When the roots of the trees hold the soil, this will help in improving the quantity and fertility of soil. And the trees supply oxygen to the air. So the trees produce oxygen during the photosynthesis, which is very important for the life on the earth. And the forest provides shelter to many wild animals. So wild animals and plants living in the forest will depend on the forest for their survival. So there are many communities and tribes who are almost completely depend on forests for fuels. So people who do not have access to gas stove have to depend on firewood which they will get from the trees. So many communities will depend on the forest for many things. Now let us learn about the types of forest in India. So the area under forest in India has become decreases. Why it is decreasing? Because we cut down trees for the farming purpose. So in India the area under forest is become decreasing because we cut the trees for the farming purpose. So only 1/4 of Indian land is presently covered with forest. Only 1/4 of the land in India is covered with forest. So now let us learn about the different kinds of forest in India. So there are 5 main types of forest in India. In that, first one is evergreen forest. So first one is evergreen forest. So in the name itself you can make out that the forest is always evergreen. So evergreen trees lost their leaves continuously. So and not all at once. So these new leaves will replace the leaves that becomes older and fall. So the evergreen trees will lose their leaves continuously. So the lost fallen ones is replaced by new leaves. So the trees in these forests remain green throughout the years. So throughout the year the evergreen forest trees are evergreen. So rosewood, ebony, and mahogany are some evergreen trees. So which are the evergreen forest trees? Rosewood, ebony, and mahogany are some evergreen trees. So evergreen forests are found in warm area with plenty of rainfalls. Where you find this evergreen forest? So evergreen forests are found in warm areas with plenty of rainfalls. So in India, they are found on the slope of Western Ghats and in the northeastern states of India such as Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Tripura. Evergreen forests are found in slope of the Western Ghats, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Can you see the map here? Yes. So it is also present in the northeastern states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura and West Bengal. So it is also found in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Next is deciduous forest. So trees in these forests shed all their leaves for some time during the dry and hot summer season or winter. So when there is a scarcity of water, so these deciduous forest trees shed all their leaves when during the dry or hot summer seasons when there is a scarcity of water. So in deciduous forest, trees will shed their leaves when there is a scarcity of water. Scarcity of water means when there is a less water, the trees will shed their leaves. So for examples for deciduous trees are teak, sal and shisham. See the map here. So deciduous forests are found in foothills of Himalaya, Deccan Plateau, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar. And trees found in deciduous forest are teak, mahua, sal and sesame. Next is thorn forest. In the name itself you can make out it is mostly of thorn. It is mostly consist of thorn. So these forests are found in area with little rainfall. So this thorn forest is found in area where there is little rainfall, where there is very little rainfall. So short and thorny trees such as kikar and babul and thorny shrubs grown in such forests. So it's short and thorny trees like kikar, babul and thorny shrubs grown in such forests. So thorn forests are mainly found in Rajasthan where you get little rainfall and in some parts of Deccan plateaus. So it is found in Gujarat, Rajasthan, part of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and the part of Deccan Plateau. So this is mostly have the bushes grown in such forest. You can find the bushes and the roots are long roots, thick bark and long sharp thorns. So tree can survive with the less water for a long time. So tree can survive with the less water. This thorny and shrub forest have the trees like babul, kikar and date palm. So next is mountain or coniferous forest. So these forests are mostly covered with tall and cone shaped trees. The shape of the trees will be cone with needle shaped leaves. The leaves will be needle shaped. So for example, fir, pine, spruce, deodar and oak are the trees found in the coniferous forest. So coniferous forest is found in the Himalayan region. So these forests are found in slopes of the Himalayas. So tall cone-shaped trees with needle-shaped leaves are found along the higher slopes of the mountains. The needle-shaped leaves. Can you see picture there? Yes. So their wood is very soft. So trees like pine, deodar, spruce and fir are the trees found in coniferous forest. Next is Marshy and Tidal Forest. So these forests are found in deltas of rivers such as Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. So these forests are found in the mouth of the river like Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. This marshy forest in the Ganga Delta is known as the Sundarbans. So you find Sundari trees that grows in this Sundarbans. So the marshy forest in the Ganga Delta is known as Sundarbans. Which trees grown? The Sundari trees are grown in these Sundarbans.